Okay, so we just finished Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension, the sixth movie in this franchise, in this series I had never seen. Well, I saw the first two, like I said, the first two Paranormal Activities before. But anyways, basically they moved into the house, which was basically I believe the grandmother's house from the third film, and all this shit starts happening. They have a super camera that can catch the demon and all this stuff, and all of a sudden the little girl, of course, here Toby's back, and Toby's talking with a little girl, and she's burying religious stuff out in the backyard, trying to burn a Bible. Excuse me. Excuse me. And then, of course, they don't ever try to get no help, especially even after the kid writes these symbols over her bed, and they recognize these because they found this old camera, like I said, the super camera that could catch ghosts, but in there was tapes, and it was all the past stuff that had already happened. So then they recognize the symbols that are above their bed with this whole covenant midway whatever witchcraft thing, and they just leave the symbols over the bed. Like, I mean, how stupid is that? Then they finally go and get some help, and I don't know. It's just after things get way too crazy that there's the aunt and uncle that are living there, and that they try to leave the house, and the aunt and the uncle go back recording again, and they're trying to collect some clothes, I guess, and some Tylenol. Like, I mean, you can't buy Tylenol at Walgreens or something.
And deodorant.
Yeah, and deodorant. Like, yeah, let's go get my deodorant, my Tylenol. Like, I mean, oh, well, like, they don't have that anywhere else in the world. So then they're trying to get in and out as quick as possible, and the aunt, all of a sudden, who wants to be out as fast as they can. Oh, I found the book that he is studying. I'm going to read through it, and let's just stay here. Whatever. Anyways, everybody ends up dying, except for the little girl who's with Toby now. And I just feel like where the first movie was and the second movie was, now it's just this totally other thing that's going on. I don't know. But one of the problems I had with this movie was it was supposed to be 3D. And you could just tell that they were trying to throw effects in there for the 3D. Oh, the dad gets killed with a demon hand that comes through, and oh, the hand is in there 3D. It's in your face. That wasn't in any of the other shit, and now all of a sudden it's in this one. When stuff was rattling on the walls, it looked so effing fake. And it's because I could tell it was because when it was in for 3D, you could tell that those things were probably kind of popping out a little bit. But when it's just like regular, like watching the movie without the 3D, it just looks corny as hell. So I'm going to rank these movies, the series. We're at the end of the series, we're going to rank them. And this is, you know what, I'll let her go first. I'll keep you guys in suspense. Probably no one's going to watch this anyways.
Worst to best? Or best to worst?
Best to worst.
Okay. So my favorite is Paranormal Activity 4, then 3, then 1, then 6, then 5, and then 2. Because 2 is very boring.
Mine too also starts off with number 4. Mine goes 4-1. I get 3. Surprisingly, I'm going to say 5, 6, and then 2. 2 was the worst for me because it was boring as hell. Too slow. That was just a slow, boring movie. The sixth one, I think, takes the spot because this is the sixth movie in the franchise. They've had a good budget. They've probably gotten better throughout. And all that CGI crap and trying to make it 3D and this weird 3D hand coming at you. That just really ruined the movie. So I thought that number 5 was going to be my last, or second to last. I already knew 2 was going to be my last one, no matter what, because 2 was just so slow and boring. But I kind of figured 5 was going to be the second to last because like as you saw in the last video, hey homie, let's go get the guns and then go shoot these bitches. We're gonna shoot all the demons, bitches. Yeah, I have a little problem with that whole thing. And then, or the same thing is like, hey Holmes, I need to get some ass, homie. Let's go down inside the place where all the dead bitches got killed and blah blah blah. Stupid. And my biggest problem with this whole thing is like they didn't really try to find new ways to scare you. Like it's the same, like especially by the sixth one, I was sitting there calling out every jump scare there was probably going to be. Oh, they were looking under the bed, and the daughter was asleep, and I right before I was like, the daughter's gonna be awake staring at the camera. Sure enough, he pans up, there's the daughter wide awake staring at the camera. I mean, it just became so predictable on where the scares were going to be. It took away from it. Um, it just took away. I think there was one in this last one that happened. I kind of got me to startle just a little bit, but honestly, like this last one wasn't too bad of a movie. But what made it last for me was one. I'm not big into 3D, and they wanted us to be 3D, and the it's just how bad the CGI looked because of all the stuff that they were trying to add to make it 3D ish. That's just was my problem. You got anything to add?
Not really. Just that, like Patrick said, trying to add that special stuff to make it 3D was.
That's what killed that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and then a reason why I would say like the fourth one the best is because it's the only one that actually made me scream at one point.
Yeah, to me, I think they learned from the last two, where it was like, in the first one, it's the first one. So you're them trying to build up that suspense and making long periods of time where nothing's happening. It worked in the first one, but then they just beat that dead horse in the second one way too hard, and then the same in the third. But the third one was at least watchable and it was more enjoyable. There was a little bit less of it. So but like I said, like there's scenes where it's like they're showing you something and nothing's happening, and then they fast forward it for a while, and then still nothing's happening. Like the scene in the first one where Katie stands up and is staring at Micah or Mika or Micah, Murka, whatever the hell his name is. Like her staring and then fast forwarding and showing how long she was standing there staring at him. That was worth it. Like you're seeing that the possession and just staring and all that. That was cool. But when it's like the porch swing is swinging, fast forward, it's swinging. Stop, fast forward. It's still just swinging. Nothing happened. Next scene. What do I need to see that? Like, why you could have cut down so much on the movie and so much. You're not building tension at that point. So yeah. So at least I finally seen it. There's supposed to be a new one coming out in 2020 or.
There is?
Yeah, something like that. I saw it was supposed to be like a seventh movie.
Oh, I thought they finally were supposed to just end it for good. I guess not, huh? Nothing dies forever.
Well, it had a budget. This last one had a budget of 10,000, I think, 10 million, excuse me, and it made 78 million. So guess what? They're gonna want a sequel. Let's keep beating the dead horse. So, all right, that's Paranormal Activity. On to the next. I don't know what it is yet. We're still working on trying to finish up Sleepaway Camp. If we get to the point where I'm just gonna say, all right, we're just gonna not be able to watch those last two. We'll figure something out, and then we'll give the ranking because we never gave a ranking on the three that we saw. So, yeah, deuces.